Alrighty, good morning everyone, 01 of 1 here. How is it going? First thing, I would like to apologize. I think I said in the last video that I would put out another video last night, or last evening. I got kind of lost in the details of playing this game, and so kind of lost track of time, and before I knew it, it was like 11 o'clock, so I just went to bed at that point. But anyways, at the last video, we built this, which is now complete. So that is 40 tier 3 solar panels. We have them set up on rotors with hinges and then locked to blocks. And that's what we have over there as well. And I decided to go, if you saw the last episode, to go with the magnetic block or the magnetic locks here instead of doing another hinge and rotor setup thing. Because I tried doing that, and when I tried connecting it, it blew up like half of the mountain. So surprisingly, I didn't die with that, but like there was a good like 20-meter deep hole like under everywhere where this thing was, and I don't think I packed any explosives in here, so I'm not really sure how that happened, but it did happen. And so I had to basically reload the game because how do you come back from that, right? And plus, it's not supposed to happen in the first place. So if it's something that's completely outside of what the game is supposed to do, then I feel okay sort of cheesing it a little bit and going with an option that actually, or retrying, I suppose, and going with an option that actually works. So since then, these are all turned off. So the hinge and the rotor are all off here. This one still isn't. No, it is built. Okay. I saw that and it looked like it wasn't built. And then those are also built or turned off as well. So they're not actually using any power. They're just kind of there holding this in place. And then I did get this next little area done. And these are going to be where the silos are going to go. So we're going to have 3 silos, and they're probably going to be 3 or 4 large cargo containers tall. So we're going to have a lot of room here. And then the bridge, or not bridge, but the road that we're going to build kind of going around the mountain should end up around here somewhere. And so this is where I'm going to put the big elevator to come down and, join up here. Or at least that's the plan. I don't know. We'll see if it actually works. And then I did run the piping all the way to this point here, so in case I do want to build another node on top of this, I can. But yeah, so this is just running pretty much from that corner there, running under this block, pretty much all the way to that corner, and then over to there. And then I just have a couple things shooting off this way. And I do have another build and repair unit set up right under here-ish. So that can cover this entire area as well. Okay, and then we want to check out the batteries. And then the piston here has been kind of finicky. Like it gets stuck sometimes. We'll see if it gets stuck this time. Oh, no, it actually works this time. Okay. But yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so I showed you this, and this is just like a little area so that we can get access to cargo from down here. And then I have all of our batteries, which are set up as a very, very scary looking red. And yeah, so they're all built all the way back to this guy right here. Or would it be this one? Probably this one. But yeah, even this one is at 62%. So we're doing pretty good with this. And then what is this one at? This is at 100%, even though it's only showing 3 lights. So as you can tell, we were playing this for quite a while for all of this to be, charged up as much as it is. Yeah, and even this one's at 90%. So, and then this row's at 82%, and this row's at 79%. So, but yeah, this is our massive battery storage. This is gonna provide us enough power to do basically whatever we want, so that is good. Do I want to make it brighter in here, or is this good? I think this is good. Be nice if I had like a light in here, but I'm not too worried about it. Like these things light it up enough that I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, see, it gets stuck sometimes. So what I found that I have to do, and I might just make a button for this. So if you go here and you just, yeah, just click the share inertial tensor a couple times and it'll, you know, fix it, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so that's all done. I had to do quite a few trips back and forth to get all the materials for this. I think I had to go for silicon once, iron like 3 or 4 times, and then I had to do a gravel run, which is the first time I've ever had to do a gravel run, so that was interesting. And that was just to be able to do the concrete. All right, so now for the thing that I spent pretty much all of my time working on. That would be in there. Also, I switched out all of the power modules for speed modules. So this thing works very, very quickly now. And they're all tier 3 speed modules, so it works out pretty well. You can see that there are, in fact, lights in there. Okay, so here is what you get when you first walk in. As you can tell, everything is pressurized. And okay, so we have expanded this a little bit. We still have our initial oxygen tanks here. I put it in another row here. You can see that everything is full. So we have lots of that. We have lots of armories around here. A little bit of lag. Threw in a dispenser down here in case, you know, people down here get hungry. More armories, even more armories. And I also made ranges. So you go through here, you step on here, you shoot at the thing. The plates that are inside here will automatically repair this every 5 seconds. So if you ever want to try your guns, oh, and that block behind it is it's a heavy plate or a heavy steel plate. Yeah. So in case you miss and you actually hit, you know, the back instead, you should be pretty good. So like this is still the light plate, but this is the heavy. So and range 2 in case you want to have a couple people shooting at the same time. And then we have the common area going up there. So already like this looks a lot different. And then also the lighting for this entire building is set to warm light, which is 255, 249, 216. And they're all maximum radius because I want everything to be nice and bright. So yeah, if you ever want warm light, that's what it is. Okay, so then we head up to the common area. And this I did a lot of work on as well. So we have kind of like a nice little sitting area where you can go out and watch whatever's going on outside. It also has a nice view in the morning, which is kind of nice. So that huge mountain up there, and a little mountain, and a bunch of smaller little things, and then little tiny hills right there. So there's a lot to see here. We have the bedroom that was in here is now the foreman's room. So no changes in here except I changed the light to warm light. Let's see, we have bathrooms for the ladies, bathrooms for the gentlemen. I also put in some bedrooms, but we'll go over that in a little bit. We have a little kitchen set up here, a bunch of chairs for people to sit. We have another long table here. We've got a small table here. We've got a table up against the wall. We have a bar. I took out the medical room here, and then also redid the ceiling a little bit. And so then bartender stands back here. They got sinks that they can use. What is this, Clang Cola? Yeah, Clang Cola, in case they want it. But yeah. So this took a lot longer than I want to admit. But yeah. And then medical is actually up here now. And so then this is where the medical room is. We also have some diagnostic equipment, a couple of places to wait, a bunch of lockers to store things, another lab station here. The main vent for this entire area is right here. So medical room gets the fresh air first, which I think makes sense. This goes outside, obviously. And then there's a waiting room up here. And this is just a lot of seating, basically. And then when you're in here waiting, you have another nice view. And then if you want to just like stand over here by the rail, if I could talk, there's another really nice view here. And then here you can actually see the hydro mine, which is kind of cool. Okay, so the last thing that we need to check is the bedrooms. So this is operating sort of like an inn, I guess. So if you want to go into the bedrooms, we have, these were supposed to be colored. Why are they not colored? Okay. I think this one was supposed to be this color. And then we have blue, green, and then this one was supposed to be yellow. There we go. So I didn't have room to put in signs or anything. To say like this is like room 101 or 102, you know, whatever. So I decided to go with colors instead. So it's like, you know, someone goes over here, it's like, hey, can I get a room for the night? They'll be like, yeah, sure, you can have the red room. So you go into the red room, and these are all the same inside. So you have a bed, you have storage for your stuff, you have a nice little desk, you have a shower, and a toilet. So in case you want to have your own private stuff instead of, you know, public accommodations out there, you can rent a room or be assigned a room, or however this is going to work. But yeah, so you can see that these are all the same. These ones too. So they're all, like I said, they're all the same. So nothing too fancy here. It just has, you know, all the basic amenities, I guess. And then, you know, the foreman's room. So he's the boss, so he gets the bigger, nicer accommodation. So he gets his own personal locker, along with, you know, his own armory and all this. But he also gets a seating area, some plants, and a longer desk by a little bit. So he gets slightly better, but not that much better. Okay, so as you can imagine, if you have like 20 people, 30 people, just coming in here to, you know, relax after a long day of work, open up a Clan Cola, you know, or get themselves healed, whatever it is that they need, it's all here. And then another thing that I want to do out here is have like a little landing pad here. Just, you know, private landing pad, I guess. But I need to be careful about where I put the connector, because I need to make sure that I'm not going where the light is down below. And if that is, yeah, so if this is the bed here, and that's the light, which means that this one should be open. Or I could go over here and do right there. That might work as well. This one might actually work better. Well, whatever it is. Oh no, that's the one with the light. Okay, so we want to keep that one. So do we go to here? Do we go in one? Do we go here? I don't know. What's here? Is this over the couch? No, that's over that. So we can't use that one either. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But I do need to let in some more air into there because it doesn't have its own vent. So the way that you do that is you just open that up, floods it with air. Now it's good. But yeah, so this is the new and improved building area, or living area, I guess. And it has all of the things that you would expect a large operation like this to have. Okay, so that was a quick tour, maybe not so quick. And so the next thing that I need to start doing is working on that road. Now that road is going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of gravel. But luckily I have a lot of gravel, so it shouldn't take that long. I might think about doing a pipe network from the Earth-like mine to the main base, just so I can pull from there directly into the main base if I need to. I don't know, maybe I'll think about it. But yeah, so we have a lot of power generation here. I don't actually have an LCD set up for it, but we do have a lot of power generation here. I don't think it's as much as the main base, but it's close. and it's more than enough for anything that I've got going out here. And then also because of the pipe network, this also powers the hydro mine, so I don't need to use the engines out there as much, unless of course the pipeline gets damaged or I disconnect it or something like that. Yeah, so I guess we just have to head over to the main base now. Okay. I mean, I don't think there's really too much more for me to do over here. I do want to take a look at how bright this is from the sky. And I might kind of tune down. Yeah, it's really, really bright up against the rock there. But I mean, that's not a bad thing though. I mean, it lets you know exactly where the building is. So I'm actually kind of okay with that. So maybe we'll just leave it. And then you can see from the hydro mine out there that I have turned it quite a bit to get more ice out. But I mean, we still haven't even scraped the surface, like literally scraping the surface of all the ice that's around here. We've only gone maybe 50 degrees off of the pipeline. That's it. But anyways, over to the main base. So that, and there we go. Whoa, okay. I forgot that there's a lot of gyros on here. Okay. So that's kind of what it looks like. I'm okay with that. But yeah, so the reason why I want like a landing pad right there is for like, if let's say that someone gets hurt out in the field and they have to get flown in real quick. Well, if you go directly into that door, that's exactly where that's the medical room right there. So they can go from here directly into there. Yeah, and we have plenty of protection here. This is probably the most protected base that I've built so far. We have 7 turrets there, another turret over there on the corner, right there, and a couple landing pads. We're probably gonna have to do some more landing pads or something like that, but yeah. So I think we're good here for a little bit, and now we just have to do some more work over at the main base. Another thing that I want to do is create sort of like a cargo area, so that we have more storage out there, because right now we don't have much at all. That shouldn't be too hard to do. And then another thing we can do is get some gold, and then we can make the conductor, something conductor. And with that we can make the yield modules, which means that we can plug those into the assembler that's down by the Earth-like mine, and we can pull more stuff. Pull more stuff out of the gravel. And then we can also use, that's not going to let me see it, but one of the other mods that I downloaded is the gravel thing, where we can pull other stuff out of gravel. So like if we have a lot of gravel and we're not actually using it, we can actually pull that out. And it looks like that. I'm looking at that last solar panel thing right there. I wonder if it's broken. Like, it shouldn't be broken, but it might be broken. I know that it was broken before. Alright. And then I have some ideas for doing the road. I will actually be using a vehicle for it, but it's going to be sort of a purpose-made vehicle. It's an idea that I had when I was watching Splitsy's video, and you know, kind of how he was doing his stuff, you know, with his road builder vehicle thing, and some of the concerns that he had. And so that kind of, when he, you know, listed his concerns, it kind of gave me some ideas about things that could be done. Let's see, and then back. There we go. Straighten ourselves out a little bit. There we go. And so I have an idea for a sort of rover, and I can build it out here, and it can be small grid, so that'll be fine. But yeah, I think for now, what we should probably work on. Ooh, good. It is pressurized in here. How are we doing on stuff? Looks like batteries are still pretty much all the way charged. Output is 17.6 megawatts. Input currently is 3 megawatts. That's because it's night out, so we're not actually getting our solar panels. But yeah, so I need more storage than just what's here. So the idea was to build sort of like an open air sort of depot out here, but it's not very flat, as you can see. So we're gonna have to figure out something, and this might, honestly, this might actually be a good use for that vehicle. So maybe I should start working on that first. I'm fairly certain that I'm going to have all of the pieces and parts that I'm going to need to build it. So let's head out to here. And then I'm going to need... Yeah, I'll put it probably below here. And that just fell through the world, which is great. All right. Actually, let's do right click or left click mining so we can get a little bit of ice. And then we can probably go down a little bit more. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah. All right. So that should be deep enough, and now we just need a rotor, advanced rotor. Get rid of that, add in a small head, and good to go. Also, this needs to lock. Good. Okay. So that'll give us a little bit of room. Oh wait, no, I need the rotor displacement to go up a little bit more. Thank you. I think that'll be good. Okay, so now from here I can build small grid off of that and kind of get what I need. So another thing that I can do here is figure out my rotor displacement so it's even with the floor. And you're not gonna let me go in here. Okay, and then we're gonna put in a control panel on the back here so that way it doesn't get destroyed by the build and repair units. And now we can go into here and adjust the rotor displacement. I think that'll work. And then another thing I could do is leave this corner open, so that way in case I need to get in there again, I can. Okay, so there I've got access to the rotor if I need it. And then the build and repair unit won't take this apart because it is now a smart grid, which is good. Okay, so now for this vehicle, this is going to be it's going to be an interesting vehicle. And I think I need to do some testing before I really try to work on this. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. So the idea is that it's going to be a small grid ship, but it's going to have large grid components. And taking a drink. So it's going to have a large grid drill and piston. And then also probably a large grid assembler. And the assembler is so that way I can carry gravel with me and then turn it into concrete while I'm there. Because as you know, concrete is very, very heavy, but gravel is not. So the easiest way to do that is to bring the gravel with me and then change it into concrete while I'm there. And I think I need an assembler in order to do it. All right. So I suppose the first thing that I should probably do is build the carriage for it. And then it's going to have a lot of pieces and parts. Okay, so let's see. The assembler is going to be a 5x5, and I want that to be sort of centralized within the vehicle. So I think the first thing we need to do is create a sort of, and that's going to be 5x10. So we need to create sort of like a shell, I guess. But what do I want to use for that? I know that I want to use this in a few places, but not everywhere. So I'll just throw it out here for now. This I'm not going to need. That I'm not going to need. I don't know. We'll try this for now. And then let me think. I'm trying to think of like the design that I want to go with. Like if I want to have just like 90-degree corners, or if I want to have like curved corners or 45-degree corners, but then that also depends on the wheel placement and where I decide to do that. So I think I'll just do this. And then this is going from this block. Yes, no, this block. And then we'll get rid of these. Okay. And this thing is probably going to have to be a very long vehicle, which I'm not that enthused about. But, okay, so we are going to need some additional, I don't know, support in here. So we'll go with this, and we'll do this every third block. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and then that'll go off of this block. Okay, so that will hold whatever it needs to hold up on top. And then I should probably put a ramp or something on here. We'll go with just a normal 90-degree ramp, but that's too close. I don't know. Another thing that I could do is change this around a little bit. And then this is going to have to go, so that way I can take out this block. And do that. And then I can take out these ones. And then this is going to have to go out to here, so I can take out this block. There we go. Now we can take out this one, and that one. And then we can throw that down there, and now we can just walk right up onto it. So that'll work. This is gonna have to be a lot longer. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because we also need to put in some large storage on here as well. And this is all kind of gotta get, I don't know. It's all gotta work together, man. Okay, so 1, 3, 6, 9. That's barely enough for the assembler itself. Yikes. Okay, so I suppose the first thing that we should do is throw in the large cargo container. And that's just gonna have to go there, but I need interior plates. Hello? Almost had it. Whatever. And I probably can't reach this one either, right? Oh, maybe I can. Open. Thank you. I should probably also do the auto crafting LCD here, so I can keep, you know, a decent supply of things. So let me do that. That way I don't have to keep queuing things to, you know, be made. And we'll do that over here. I think those are on the outside. But we don't really want to put that here, so inventory manager. Yeah, I think we can put an LCD here. And I'll just do the transparent ones, that way we can see through. I have no idea which way is up. Hopefully it's that way. Yes, good. Okay. So then this has to be called LCD auto crafting. Okay, and then that should update. And then we can go through here, change all of the things. I think that's easy enough to read. There's a lot of stuff in here though. Okay, so now from here, let's see, angle grinder, 2, 3. Just go with like one of each, I suppose. Bulletproof glass, we're gonna want like 500. Computer, 500. Construction components, I think we're good with 1,000 of those. Displays, we'll go with 250. I don't usually use those too much. Girders, 500. Hand drill. Hydrogen bottles, we should probably keep like 5 on hand. Thrust components, we don't need those. It won't autocraft these anyways because it doesn't recognize them. Interior plates, we'll go with 1,000 large tubes. We usually don't need too many of those. Alloy plates, we'll set this up to 100. And then assembler motors, we're not going to need any of those. Detectors, probably not. Power cells, we should probably keep 50 on hand. And then we're not going to be able to make the tier 3 ones, so we'll leave that for now. Solar cells, tier 3, in case anything needs to be repaired or replaced, if I could talk. Medical components, 15, just to replace the ones in the thing that I've got there already, the med bay. Motors, we do use a decent amount of those. T3 motors, we don't use that many of those. That we should probably keep the ammo at about 100. Oxygen bottles, once again, keep that at about 5. Power cells, 250, just that way at any time I have enough. Radio components, I think those I'll make as needed. Small tubes, just 1,000 should be good. Solar cells, these are just the regular solar cells, we'll put those at 50. Steel plates, 2,500. Welders, just one of each, I suppose. So that way there's always one there in case I die. What else we got? I think that'll work. Okay, so that should start queuing up things in the assembler, which it sounds like it has. Okay, so that should give us enough items just kind of constantly at the ready as we need them, so that'll be good. Okay, so what did I need? I needed interior plates, and I think I grabbed some, so... Alright, so let's hop up on here. Now, the large... Okay, so this is a 5x5x5, so this is as big as a single large block. This is where we're going to put all of our gravel into. And then we're going to need, on top of here, this is going to be where it's interesting. So we're going to put that on there because we have to put the large grid on first. And then that's going to have to get dragged over somehow, some way. And then I'll put like hinges with some magnetic plates or something on there to stabilize it. But we're going to need a lot more room. So if we assume that that takes up the full 5 blocks, or we'll say 5 blocks from here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So then from here we need to go out at least 10. So another 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then we'll put in these supports every 3. Wait. We're gonna need... I think I counted that out right. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we're gonna need to go out farther. So this is going to be a very long vehicle. All right, and then from here, I think we can get a little creative with how we go from here. And then do we want to go just 1 block or 2 blocks out? We'll probably go 2 blocks out. And then we'll go out as far as we need to go over here on this side, and then we'll also continue the supports under here. And the reason for this mostly is that way I can walk around this huge thing, but also it should give me a little bit of extra stability, because it's going to increase the width of the vehicle, which means that our chances of tipping one side or the other as we're driving should be a lot less. And then it also gives us room for batteries and stuff like that, so I think it should work out quite nicely. Okay, so back to doing this thing. so that should work for now. Okay, so now for the hard part. And that's going to be trying to place this assembler in here in such a way that I can actually get it to connect to this. So that's going to be interesting. And if I mess it up, I'm going to be wasting a lot of pieces and parts. Okay, I mean, not wasting. I don't have the mod on here that turns everything that you grind into scrap. That would make things a lot harder, but I don't know. It's going to be annoying at the very least. Okay, so if we go with an assembler, I should probably go with a tier 3 assembler if I can. And then this is also going to need room for power mods on there, probably. Well, maybe not. 750 kilowatts. Okay, so now we have to get this to go in here where I need it to go into here. I don't think it's going to let me reach. Oh, hey, it actually balanced. Nice. Okay, and then we'll throw in a rotor on the end. Ooh, doesn't like that. Hang on. Stop building that. We're gonna have to move it anyways. Okay, so let's try this again. Assembler, T3. There we go. Get that aligned somewhat. Move this out to about there. And now let's try to put that on there. Okay, good. Okay, so now you can go ahead and build all of the things. And then I need that guy. Mr. Caterpillar, I have a job for you. Okay, so now we need to get one of your sticky feet on here so we can move this guy forward. Okay. Are we locked? We are locked. Okay. Okay. Then we unlock. And Mr. Caterpillar, thank you for your service. It's very much appreciated. And I'm going to leave you out here just in case I need you again. Okay. So now, hopefully this doesn't blow up. Good. Good. Okay. So we are now officially in here. I'm going to throw a rotor lock on here. So it doesn't change direction at all, or twist, or do any of those crazy things that it doesn't need to do. Okay, what do you need? Assembly components. I should probably go into here, because I think these ones I can reach from the ground. There we go. Now that should finish building it. Okay, so I think we're working so far. This just gives you an idea of just how big this thing is going to be. Okay, that'll get us to the end there, which is good. Okay. So that's what we've got so far. And that's going to be kind of like the base of this whole thing. It's also probably going to be really heavy. And then also, what's going on with the assembler? It needs cobalt. Okay. That also needs cobalt. That needs cobalt. That needs magnesium. That needs cobalt. Okay, so we need to go on a cobalt run. Okay, easy enough. That's the gold mine. Cobalt, that's down by the lake. Gold, I know it was around here somewhere. Wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Wait, no. It's down this way. Silver, magnesium. There it is, over there. Okay. Oh, and I found something out in the while I was working last night on this. When you have an asteroid impact, hang on, gotta sneeze real quick. Okay, when you have an asteroid impact and it's close to a base where you're digging, like it will actually create new voxels within the space that you've already dug out. So when I went in there to, adjust the drill, to, I think it was bring it down or pushing it up or something like that, I noticed that the drill was stuck. And I'm like, why isn't the drill spinning? And I couldn't see it from up above, but when I went down into where the drill was, I noticed that there was a whole new voxel in there, sort of set like a really thick disc. And it was just like, it was in the way of the drill, so the drill was kind of banging up against it, and it couldn't, drill it out because the drills were extended too far. So I had to go and play around with that for, I don't know, like half an hour, just playing around with the drills, retracting them, drilling it out a little bit, spinning them back around and all that other fun stuff. It wasn't fun, but it is what I had to do. So whenever you get it, like if you have the chance to shoot down meteors, do it, because they can really mess up your builds. There's a lot of cobalt here. I think that should be enough for a little while, right? This should be collecting them. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. BNR. Oh, it's turned off right now. Okay. There. I'll have that go and kind of collect the cobalt for me. and I don't have any room for it anyways, so. But yeah. I don't know how much that can grab at any one time. I'm assuming it's at least a few of these things. It's also kind of slow. So maybe I'll give it a hand. Okay. So let me just get rid of all of these things. I need to refill my gas canisters as well. Okay, you can go in there. Do. Okay, can you like move? And then this stuff isn't very heavy because it is just ore. So I'm not really too worried about this. I think I can fill these things up to the brink. And this thing will still be able to fly. So I'm not too worried about the weight here. How's that one doing? Fill that up a little bit. But yeah, this should be enough cobalt to get us moving at least. And I think that's all the floaties. Yes, I do believe it is. Okay. So let's see, I can put this into probably here. Okay. And now let's head back. Yeah, see, so like I said, flies pretty easily. Not really worried about it. And yeah, we're only at 57,000 pounds. Or 57 tons. Is that how that works? I don't know. If you think about it though, 57,000 kilograms, that's like over 100,000 pounds. That's like really, really heavy. Like a car weighs like 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. A truck, maybe 5,000 to 7,000. And this is like 100,000 pounds. I don't know. Like I feel like the weights are a little off. All right, so let's go and connect into this one. Whoops, wrong way. I have no idea if I'm straight on with this. Oh, I am. Nice. 7, 9, good to go. And that should pull everything out of there and get this whole thing built. Okay, good to go. What are we at? 54 minutes? Okay, right. So the next thing that we're gonna need on here is a shit ton of batteries. So that's gonna be fun. Because this thing's gonna use 750 kilowatts, like just as like the base model, I guess. Now I could put like a power module up on top, I suppose. And that would reduce the power at least a little bit. But I don't know. And then I probably need to put like a connector on here as well. That would probably be a good idea. And a build and repair unit as well, which I should probably put on there and then put the connector up against it. So let's do that. apparently I need steel plate. If you don't mind, I would like all of my things back. Apparently I'm looking through a bush right now. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, give me back all of the things. Thank you. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll throw the connector on here. Okay, so that'll work for that. So now we have something to connect to. I'm gonna need to make like a lower connector or something on here, which is not an issue, pretty easy to do. The only bad thing is I can't walk up here anymore. I don't know. Okay, so now the next thing that we need to work on is getting some clearance. And what would be the best way to do that? I mean, I don't even know how far down we have to go, honestly. Let's just try something out, see if it works. That's got to go down that way. Okay, so if I were to put this on a wheel here, would the wheel put itself forward? Off-road suspension, 3x3 left. And then, let's see, we need the yellow up. And it does put the wheel there. Okay, good to go. Should I go with a 5x5 instead? Or should I just keep it with the 3x3? I mean, we could probably keep it with the 3x3 and that would be fine, and that would give us a decent amount of clearance underneath here. And also we could stick more in here too, which is also a good thing. And then if I build those off of the supports, then it actually makes sense from an engineering point of view as well, because the supports add additional stability, and the wheels need that stability. And is that going to be enough spacing though? I don't think that's going to be enough spacing. Or maybe it will. Okay. And then I kind of just want to put the main wheels under the weight in the back, and then just put like a single set of wheels for steering in the front. We'll see how that works. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. But yeah, so let's continue on this course. Okay, then we'll put in all of these wheels. Okay. So that is a lot of wheels. Okay. So the idea here is we're going to have something coming off of here, going off to the side, and this is going to have to be the large grid portion. So it'll probably be, I mean, it doesn't need to be piped, but we're going to have a rotor over here on this side. and a rotor over here on this side. And we're going to put the large grid drill and pistons on that. And then hopefully it works the way I want it to. It might not. I don't know. There's a lot of pieces and parts in here that need to work properly, I suppose. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. And I'll let you know what I come up with. I might do hinges. That might be a good idea. Maybe that would work. I don't know. But yeah. So we've got this started. It's going to be a very large, wide vehicle. And this is what we're going to be using to dig the road, basically. Hopefully it works the way I think it will. It might not. But then again, it might. But then again, it might not. I don't know. We're going to find out. So I'm probably going to work on this a little bit off camera. Maybe just get like the basic stuff on there so I can at least try it and see if it works the way that I think it's going to work. But yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions, obviously. I have no idea if this is going to work. This is going to be ridiculous. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you think. And if you think this will be a success or a failure. And I'm thinking it's probably about 70-30 towards a failure. So yeah. Yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. Hopefully you will come and join me for the next one, which hopefully will be today sometime. Later on today, though. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.